So, we're here in Leicester at a graffiti and music festival called Bring the Pain. And behind me, this great piece of artwork is being done by Smug. And all around the city, there are 150 to 160 artists doing their own individual artwork across all different walls around the city. What is graffiti, and why is it so negatively perceived? These are questions that we will be answering today. An article says that graffiti in the UK is 80% inappropriate/insulting language, 10% tags or written graffiti, or 10% is actually art. To show unbiased views, we interviewed an artist, a volunteer, and the general public. And here is what they said.
So what are your views on graffiti?
I think really, it depends really what you're looking at. Things like we're seeing here, I think is really artistic. It's bright, it's colourful. I think you do get somewhere it's just pointless art. It's just a mess of colours. And I think the big difference is when you're looking at what we're seeing here, you can see there's a lot of effort, there's a lot of skill, there's a lot of talent. There's an awful lot of patience gone into this, and I think that's really inspiring to see, because I have no artistic talent whatsoever, but I do enjoy watching other people.
I'd say that a lot of it you see is vandalism, because especially on the streets, it's just people, chavs, going around with a £1 spray paint and just spraying the name, tagging. I don't find that art at all, but pieces like this, where it actually means something, it's got a meaning, it tells a story, and it just looks nice, appealing to the eye, that's definitely art.
I think that people should stop doing graffiti because it's obeying the law, and it's not nice to unobey the law. And I think it's nice the way it's made, but it's not good if you don't have permission.
So what alternatives are there to graffiti? Well, there's cling film graffiti, there's local wooden boards that allow graffiti, there's community youth clubs, local graffiti festivals, or your own property, or anywhere with permission from the landowner. What will happen if someone is caught defacing public or private property with graffiti? If the value of the damage is less than £5,000, the maximum sentence for those aged 18 or over is 3 months imprisonment, or a fine of £2,500. For those aged 12 to 17, there is no custody provision. A range of community sentences are available to the court, such as reparation orders and the final warning scheme.
Inspiration-wise, partly I grew up into a family of artists, so I'm surrounded by it all the time, so it seemed inevitable that I should do it. Also, comic artwork, I really love comics, and then things like sci-fi books and other sort of weird novels that I read.
Where's the most obscure or weird place you've ever sprayed?
On a rock in the Highlands of Scotland.
Yeah, what was your inspiration for this piece specifically?
Graffiti jam, because this is a graffiti jam. There's loads of people coming down for a jam doing graffiti, so the woman is cutting the crust off a pie and all the jam spurting out, and then all the lettering is going in that, so it's graffiti jam. Yeah, well, this one's because it's a collaboration piece, so we have to communicate with each other. Then I do like a mock-up on Photoshop, send it to them, see if they're happy with it, and then we go from there really.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Mate.
Art itself it's sort of like, when you see some of the art pictures in museums, then that's what an artist was seeing at that time.
Yeah.
Well, this is clearly what these guys, this is their work, so you sort of have to accept, yeah, this is theirs. and this is their time, this is their pictures, it's their interpretation of something. So yeah, I do think it will have a place in museums.
And now the choice is up to you. Is graffiti art or vandalism?